what this could possibly be? I would like to introduce you to your brain. This is your mind. It's interesting because we're born into this world, and our minds are these incredible, our brain, our mind, brain being the physical thing that sits inside of our head, and mind being that thing that is completely unexplainable that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface with. So we're born into this world, and we start collecting information. That's all we do, is collect information, and collect and collect and collect. Now, every single one of you is going to have a different setup here, but I hope this is a good representation. And depending on what the information it is that we're collecting, and keep this in mind, this process isn't ever stopping to ask and say, whoa, I'm not sure if I want that or not. So it makes no judgment. It just accepts information. And our minds, I like to say our minds are kind of like a German car. They want to be effective and efficient. So it is going to start looking for patterns and start building beliefs based on the information that is continuously put in. And so we start to come up with all of these different belief systems about ourselves, about our world, about what we deserve. And so each and every one of us has a belief system about money and success. Does anybody believe that money doesn't grow on trees? Do you believe that it's a jungle out there and you're doing everything you can to just simply hold on? What do you want to believe? Where did you get that belief from? How did it end up in our head? And why is it still there if we want to welcome something bigger? Health. We all have a health program. That program usually includes our relationship to our physical body. It includes our relationship to food. And here's one that I love, the food one. Does anybody ever feel like they're on a merry-go-round going round and round with the food thing over and over again? Health. And for some people, that program of health doesn't look like health at all. It looks anything but health. It looks more like a program of sickness being run. And we know those people. So where did we get that program? How did it get there? And if we want to welcome more health into our lives, why is it still there? Sitting in our heads like that. Love and belonging. This is an interesting one. So I put family under here too. What do we believe about love, about belonging, where we fit into this world, where we fit into our families? And those messages start from, we're born, and there's also the belief out there that it starts even before we're born. So we've got all of these thoughts, and it was interesting because I had a conversation with my oldest daughter, Olivia, about a couple weeks ago. And in this love and belonging and all of this going on, this starts out at when you're a child. And so you're in the practice of being a child, and you're learning how to be a child by doing child, right? At that same time that you're collecting all of this information about being a child, we're not even aware of it, but we're also programming our program of how to be a parent at the same exact time. And Olivia, and the reason why this came up is because she said, I did something annoying, and she called me out on it. And I said, you know what? This just came to me. You don't know this yet, because your parenting program hasn't kicked in. But it's there. And guess what? I was one of the programmers. So one of these days, you're going to do the same thing that I just did. And you're going to go, oh my God, I just turned into my mother, because her program of being a kid is simultaneously taking in the same information of being a parent, but it doesn't mean anything to her right now because she's 18. But the minute she becomes a parent, boom, that program is going to be right there. It is going to be right there. And you are all laughing because you all know this, because you all see yourselves being your parents at time, right? Purpose. Why are we here? Life's purpose. What is this all about? And then we've got stuff, that gets coded into our minds just for the fun of it, like riding a bike. And you never forget how to ride a bike. The thing about, for a moment, learning how to ride a bike, just for a moment, what did riding a bike signify? What feeling did it give you? Freedom. It wasn't just riding a bike. You got freedom from riding a bike. So that's part of your program. And you see how all of these things are connected? So they're never just silos. They're all interconnected. There's beliefs about money that go into the family, into parenting, and into love and belonging and purpose and all that. And then you get these little random things over here that just stay like in the cupboard for a while. And this could be, learning how to play the flute in 5th grade or something, and you never picked it up again. So it just stays there until your kid learns how to play the flute in 5th grade. You're like, wait a second, I know something about that. So that's your brain. And it's interesting because all of this seems very real.